Hello and welcome to a session I'm calling Activate and Release, a technique to help your stretching and your range of motion. We use some breath work and some muscle activation to help release the muscles from gripping, tensing, and tightening so that you may be able to visit your stretches or your yoga poses a little bit more deeply. So you'll need some space to stretch out and a mat, maybe some blankets, towels, pillows, water. We're going to begin in a seated position and just stretch the legs out to the side in a wide straddle, shifting your weight from side to side. We're going to begin by squeezing your arms, shrugging your shoulders, activating the muscles in your feet and legs with an inhale, and then exhale, relax, release, let it go. Bring the hands forward in front of you and try that again. Inhale to squeeze, activate, tense your abdominals, your quadriceps, your kneecaps, your shoulders as much as you can, your face muscles. And on your exhale, just let it go, let it go. Maybe walking a little further out, bringing the elbows down, the chest down. Maintain the leg position and try that again. On your inhale, squeeze. On your exhale, release. 3 to 5 rounds of this squeeze and release. Now bring it on up, side bend over one leg, and on your inhale, activate. And on your exhale, let it go. Stretch it out. Inhale and squeeze. And exhale, release and stretch. I find this to be quite an effective method for getting a little farther in my stretches and poses. Sometimes you're not aware that the muscles are even tense or tightened until you activate them and then let them go with that exhale breath. Let's try the other side. Coming up and over, opening up the side body. Try not to force it at the beginning. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale, release. I'm even coming up and out of the stretch a little bit on the inhale, and then exhale, allowing gravity to bring me farther into the stretch. I'm using that bottom hand to create some resistance so that when I inhale, I press up into that bottom hand, and I exhale and then just let the weight of that top arm bring me over. Let the muscles in the side rest and release. And come back to the center. Let's come forward through the middle again. Inhale to squeeze and exhale to release. Once you've released, you can just allow for a normal round of breathing before trying the activation again. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, maybe a little further forward. No forcing, just listening and breathing. Now I'm able to go a little further forward. I'm dropping the chest and the chin down and reaching for those toes with the fingers. I'm still inhaling to squeeze and exhaling to soften. Slowly walk the hands back in and bring the legs together in front of you. Flexing the feet. I'm going to use a band here. You could use a towel, a yoga strap. Wrapping around the feet. Inhale, I'm creating some resistance, some activation, pulling into the band so that on the exhale, I let the band pull me forward. Inhale, I create resistance and activation. And exhale, I relax and release into the position. Let gravity bring the upper body folding over the legs. Forehead drops. Inhale to come up and press out of it, and then exhale, sinking deeper. Now I'm using my hands around the feet, still activating on the inhale, and exhale, soften and let go. And then I just stay at the end of that pose and just breathing naturally and normally, letting my body and mind acclimatize to the new flexibility. Inhale, slowly coming up. Just shaking out the knees, making fists and doing just a little tapping here. Coming into a supine position, rolling through the spine, lowering your back down onto the mat. Knees bent, feet down. I really wanted to use a yoga strap for this next pose, but I don't have a yoga strap, but I do have a fanny pack, which kind of has a built-in yoga strap. So I'm being innovative and just using my fanny pack strap to help me create some resistance. So that on the inhale, I'm going to push the foot into the strap, and on the exhale, I'm going to use some strength from my arms to pull the leg towards me. Inhale, leg is activated, hips and glutes are activated. Exhale, let those muscles go, and let the arms and the strap help bring the leg closer to the chest. Now don't go so far with this stretch that you start to hold your breath or tense. You should really be gentle and patient. Bottom leg is straight, and I'm opening the top leg to the side, getting more inner thigh stretch. And on the inhale, I'm going to bring it back and tense it up, even using that opposite arm to activate. And exhale, soften, release, relax. Sometimes I think about different muscles to activate. So the muscles in the trunk of the body, squeezing through the muscles between the rib cage or the neck or the face. Everything is connected. And the more we can release, the more range of motion we can find. And just bringing that leg back to the center, I'm holding with the hands now. Now that my range of motion has deepened, I'm now just using my hands for the stretch. And softening that top knee, doing a little tapping at the back of the leg, letting go of any tension, tightness, cramping. We'll switch sides. Placing the strap to the bottom of the foot, opposite knee bent or straighten. So both legs are straight, feet are flexed. Inhale, foot will press into the strap. Exhale, strap will guide the foot, knee, thigh closer to the body. So a little push and pull, some give and take. Inhale, back off a little bit, even though you're activating. Exhale, let it go, drawing deeper into a fuller expression of the pose. Sending it out to the side. Keep the feet flexed, the legs straight if you can. And backing off with your inhale. Exhale, draw it in closer. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, draw it in. As I say inhale, let it go, I mean let it move away from its final position, but you're doing that through an activation. So you're not being passive. You are activating and then letting the stretch be really controlled. And now just bringing it back to the center, holding with the hands, doing some tapping to the back of that leg. And let's release down into total body stretch. Legs long, arms overhead, big breath in. Just see how the hips and legs feel. Reaching arms up to the sky, we'll exhale, roll all the way up to seated. Let's find our way into a lunge position. From hands and knees, stepping 1 foot forward. Check that knee is on top of the ankle. And as we inhale, we're going to tense. I'm going to squeeze the muscles. And then exhale, drop into that lunge. Inhale to tense, activate, intensify. And exhale, find some relaxation. Go between those two places, squeezing and releasing. Keep posture and alignment top of mind. Be very consistent with the breath. Let the hips drop forward. I'm just doing some of that tapping into the front of the hip and quadricep. Sometimes these muscles are really gripping and they need different techniques to help them let go a little bit more. Hands on the front knee, come up a little higher. Feel more sensation in that quadricep and hip flexor. And I'm doing little pulses. Inhale, back off. Exhale, drop in. Inhale, tense up. Exhale, drop forward. Stay, hold, and breathe normally and naturally. And then bring the hands down, bring the foot back. Let's switch sides. Check your knee to ankle alignment. Keep the knee supported on top of that ankle. One hand on either side. And now we're just going to back off a little bit, maybe lifting the hips a little bit, and then exhale, drop in. Inhale, come up and out. And exhale, drop in and down. Very subtle increments of movement. Keep chest and collarbone lifted. Doing some of the tapping into the quadricep and hip. Combining different techniques for the same goal without forcing, guiding and being gentle and sensitive. Bring the hands up higher to that front leg, lift the chest higher. And inhale to come up 1 inch and exhale, relax, release, settle down into it. Inhale, come up and out, little shrug. Exhale, soften, lower. Inhale up, more abs. Exhale, release. Sink down. One last breath here. And like slow motion, we'll start to slowly bring the leg back. Sit to the heels, drop forehead, child's pose. Natural breathing. Soft rocking side to side. Come on up through hands and knees. Curl the toes and lift the hips high into down dog. Press heels down, reach arms long. Fingertips plug down. Inhale, allowing for a shrug, and exhale to lengthen and lift the tailbone higher. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, and exhale, lengthen, press it out. Drop heels down. Walk hands back. Bend the knees. Drop tailbone. Let's slowly roll up to standing. We are using a chair for this final stretch for shoulders and chest. Placing the chair in front of you, come onto your knees, and you're going to set up your elbows on top of the chair, palms together, and you're just going to let the chest and collarbone drop down to the ground. You'll experience a little extension through the spine as you exhale, soften, and release. As you inhale, you're going to come up and away, maybe a little rounding in the spine. And then exhale, you're going to melt down, let it go. Chest drops. On the inhale, you can hollow the chest, lifting away from the ground. Exhale, drop chest, collarbone long. Breathe in, tense and lift away, and exhale, soften, relax down. Stay here at the bottom for one more round of breathing, natural breathing. Maybe bending elbows a little bit more. Very slowly come up and out, moving into a modified puppy pose. So just with straight arms, the heels of the palms on the edge of the chair here, dropping chest and face, forehead down, and just a slow rocking forward and back, keeping some motion in the body connected to the rhythm of the breath. The head side to side, keep the breath mobile, agile. No tensing, holding, or gripping. Just let some of those muscles relax a little bit differently. Hands to the mat, hips high, downward dog. Bend and straighten the legs. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, tense. Exhale, release. Walk the feet in, bring hands on top of the feet, hold the forward bend for one more breath. Shake out the knees, shake out the head. You can do a final tapping to the back of the legs, hips, quadriceps. Soften knees to slowly round up to the top. Coming up to standing. Take a nice big breath. See how your body feels. And hopefully we've given you some new techniques to communicate and experience your body a little bit differently when it comes to range of motion, flexibility, and stretching. Until next time.